Hello. We are joined by valyn, Jinggg, Kang, and MrFaliN. For the members of the media, there are about 50 people watching remotely. Please raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. We'll begin with Brandon.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Oz. This one to valyn. How you doing, man? Um,
Good.
we're hearing a lot about the group of death, being Sentinels, Jinggg, heretics over there. But I really think you guys might have one of the hardest groups, maybe the most underestimated groups in that sense. So I'd just like to kind of get your thoughts on the field and how tough you think it's going to be to make it out.
Yeah, I definitely think we have one of the hardest groups. There's a lot of great players here and a lot of experience on these teams. They've competed a lot internationally, so we're one of the few teams that haven't got as much experience as them. So I'm looking at our group and thinking like we got a lot of big dogs, but um, I think it's going to be difficult to make it out. Of course, every team here, not only our group, is prepared and ready to win the tournament. You wouldn't be here if you didn't think so. But we think the same. So I'm feeling confident. I think we're going to make it out. But it's going to be tough, nevertheless.
Thank you. We'll go next to Rabia from Jinx TV.
Hi everyone. Hi, valyn. My question is to you. It's going to be a long one, so bear with me. First of all, congratulations once again for being the first Ascension team to reach champions. I want to talk about the new rules introduced by Riot for 2025, where the Ascension teams will get only 1 year worth of time in VCT if they are not able to qualify for champs or survive the relegation. Apart from this, the number of teams in VCT will be fixed going forward, that is 12. What are your thoughts about these new rules? Do you think these are a bit unfair for Ascension teams coming from tough tier 2 circuit, given that the team only has like 10 to 12 chances to clinch their spots in international events or champions, and it's pretty short time to learn and grow, especially in the current meta. Also, do you think to make it a bit more unfair, or sorry, fair, partner teams should also be facing relegation if they're not able to produce good results, even if not every year, then every 2 or 3 years? Because I also understand that it's a long process to sign an org as partner org. Or instead of 1 year, Riot should be giving 2 years to Ascension teams in VCT, and then the teams can extend their stay in VCT if they perform like you guys.
I think the most fair way is for all teams to be able to face relegation. But I know, technicalities and stuff like that, it doesn't really work like that. Um, for us, we were able to have a first year to just test the waters and get used to VCT. Luckily, we were a good team and we were able to make it far. Um, I would say if you're a good team from Ascension, you have enough experience as a roster to go into VCT and, you know, win some games. So I think it's fair for everyone. I like the opportunity to be able to extend your stay, and if you qualify for champs, you get to play again. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of questions like, oh, if you make it deep and you don't, and maybe you even win champions and you just go back to Ascension, that kind of sucks. But that's out of the window now. So I think Riot made a good move on that. I think it's still a pretty fair system. It is brutal, but that's the nature of competition, right? If you're a good team, you stay. If not, you got to go back. So I think it's okay.
Thank you so much and good luck.
You. We'll take the next question from Pedro Romero. Pedro?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Yep.
Hey guys, good to see y'all in the press conference. Got a question for Jing. Obviously, looking at the story of this Paper X squad, it's vastly different to the one that came so close to winning the whole thing last year. Of course, with you returning to the squad, having Moniet at the start of the year, and then gradually improving to this point, qualifying for champions. That said, my question to you is, in what way do you feel this version of the PRX squad is different to last year's squad? Sure, you guys have the same squad, but still, what is one thing that you feel is much more different this year to last year?
I feel like uh last year we had more time because like this year at the start they were practicing with Monyet and then I came in and there was really little time, and this year the season is shorter as well, so games are closer to each other. So I feel like preparation time wise, we have less compared to last year, but I still feel like we are still the same squad. Yeah, I don't think much has changed.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Tung Duong from Kwang Valorant.
Hello. Have a good day, everyone. I have two questions for two players. First of all, is MrFaliN from Food. What do you think about your new lineup performance in Master Shanghai and VCT EMEA State 1 and 2? And what goal in the champion? Thank you so much. And you go in champion. Yeah.
Our roster is, I think, better than the last year because we just extended like the 2021 champion, and he has a lot of experience from us. So we learn against how to play against the big teams like. But I think we have good team, better than last year because in this season in the kickoff we might be surprised, but on Shanghai and on the EMEA stages 1 and 2, I think we played as a good team than the other teams against EMEA. So we might maybe slip on the playoffs on the stage 2, but I think it doesn't matter because we are still in champions. So we're gonna give our best in champions right now. That's all.
So my second question for valyn from G2 Esports. What do you think about Map Abyss, and what will your team prepare for this champion? Thank you so much.
I think the new map is pretty cool. I think having Breeze come out and Abyss in, it kind of is like a similar map because it's very wide, it's very big. The rotations are long for attack and defense, so it kind of fills that void of missing Breeze. I think it's a funny map too because you can fall off and just die. I think when I played against 100 Thieves for qualification game, and Boostio just fell off the map one of the rounds. I thought it was funny, so it's a good map.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Tong Tong, Billy.
这个问题想问一下康康选手啊，在这次的冠军赛之前，EDG 在第2赛段呢是有了一个变阵，而且效果是非常不错的。同时，作为1号种子，EDG 肯定是承担着巨大的压力的。那么现在整个团队针对这次的比赛啊，都做了一些哪些准备？的无论是思想上的，还是说在游戏内容上的？
我觉得就游戏内容上肯定增加了更多，然后让队伍道具协同啊什么的做得更好吧。然后在心理上可能就放开了打，不要在意太多那些东西。对，就没有什么好失去的，而且这次就是来玩的。对，对于我来说就是这样的。
So the question was, before these champions in the stage 2 in CN, you guys have a roster change, and as the first seed for CN League, I'm sure that there are a lot of pressure on your shoulder. So tell us about your preparation for these champs, no matter on mentality or your game content. And Kangkang's answer was that, of course, we prepared a lot. Even more on the game content, and also including the synergy and our comps. And for mentality, I would like to say we just gonna try ourselves and play our own thing. Nothing too big deal. Just gonna try our best.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Valeria.
Hello, everyone. My question is to Jinggg. Throughout playoff and the break before the champions, did you guys get a chance to work on the expansion of your map pool and also agent comp pool? And also, specific question is about the mentality. I know that you've been working with the performance coach for a while. Can you share if there was already some positive experience and positive results? Thank you.
I think yes, for both questions, yes, definitely. Like, even if we have a really good map pool, you can always improve. So we're always practicing and trying to get better at every map. And for performance coach wise, I think, yeah, definitely. I think after taking like big losses and stuff, people can be really sad and stuff. So the performance coach definitely helps our mentality in like resetting and just focusing on what's coming up next.
Thank you. And one more question real quick. Aspas today earlier mentioned that he wants to go one-on-one against Jinggg. because he likes you. Any words in response to that?
I mean, hopefully I play against Aspas again. I've only played against him, I think once, and it was in Champs last year. So maybe this time we can meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Ravish.
Sure. Hey guys, what's up? So my question is for valyn. Firstly, hey, what's up, man? You good? Real quick, man. So first and foremost, massive congrats on winning, of course, IGL and Control of the Year, two massive dubs back to back given over on VCT, right? Now, we talked a long time ago about you playing like you have a chip on your shoulder and you got a lot to prove. Do you think finally you've been given the respect you deserve, or is there still more that you got to let people know?
I think, it feels good to make champions and be selected for awards. It feels nice, but we haven't won anything big yet, to be honest. We haven't won a stage. We haven't won a Masters. So there's nothing for me to feel like too happy about. I still have a lot to prove as an individual and for my team. So we're just going to come out here and do our best. And hopefully, we can finally lift a trophy. That would be really cool.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Alan.
Yeah, thank you. So this is a question for Kang. I'll speak English first. So this is part of two-part question. So for the first part about your New Jersey, it looks really different. And what is your thought about your New Jersey? And the second part is we all know that during last year's Champions 2023, EDG is really, or should we say, in the whole year of 2023, EDG is showing a great performance. You got your first win and a very good, rank in the two international event. For this year, how do you feel that you and your team are currently at compared to last year, and especially maybe in the background of the global competition？Hello， 康康，我是 Alan。两个问题，第一个问题你应该也感觉也听懂了，就是你们换了新队服，你对这个新队服有什么感觉吗？你觉得它好看吗？
我觉得还可以，就是它右边那个黑色有点感觉怪怪的，其他都挺好。
好的。
然后
OK， 然后第二个问题是问到这个红的是什么？
对，我这个也有点不理解，因为它风大了，它就老吹刮我脸。
OK， 好。然后第二个问题是问到说，就是因为你们其实在去年拿到了一个非常好的成绩，对吧？东京大师赛，然后冠军赛拿到一个非常好的成绩和名次和结果。然后那你们觉得在今年对比去年来说，你们认为队伍和你自己，不管是你们队伍整体还是你个人，有了一些什么样的变化？然后尤其是如果我们放到可能冠军赛这个背景下面，你们觉得你们的竞争力是在往上走还是怎么样？还是在一个差不多的水平线上？
我觉得就是感觉大家来冠军赛其实都是为了赢嘛，就是那个过程它艰难或者轻松而已。所以说，我觉得其实能够进入世界赛，其实大家在我眼里面其实都是一样的，就是没有就不可能不像以前不一样了吧？就以前可能觉得大家都比我们厉害，但现在我觉得我应该放下那种东西，我觉得我应该平视他们，而且我觉得只是过程艰辛或者简单而已。所以说，我觉得就做好我们自己该做的东西就行了，然后不去惧怕他们，好好打。对，就是自己想。
好的，加油，保重。Okay, so the answer from Kang Kang is he actually generally he likes the New Jersey, and there's some special design on it. Even though there's some part of it is he doesn't really understand. And the second part of the question is his answer is he actually thinks that everyone coming into this event wants to win it all, of course, and. But for he and his team, for EDG, they come into this event and they feel that they are less like feeling like an underdog compared to last year, because last year they were feeling like they were maybe they are not competitive enough in the all 16 teams, but now they feels like we are all have a equal chance in this tournament, and they would really want to just show their best effort during this event. Thank you.
So more than that, Concon just said that about the design of their new jersey, the black things on their right shoulder feels a little bit weird, and the red stick, he doesn't really understand that because when the wind is too big, just to blow in his face. And for the second question, he just said that he thinks the most important things is about the process. The process, no matter is difficult or easy for the team, the most important things is to, play their own thing and try their best in the game. And this year, they feel like everybody seems like they will treat every team as the same and think they are maybe at the same level with the other teams. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Juan plus Olivia.
这里有2个问题想问到康康选手啊。第一个问题是换了指挥之后，有没有觉得团队配合更好，大家更找到了正确定位？那你对于新阵容在本届冠军赛的目标是什么呢？
第一个问题可能是换了指挥，我其实只是风格上面的差异吧，因为王思绪的指挥风格可能跟东哥的指挥风格是不一样的。然后第二个问题，可能我的期待更多是，其实肯定是想赢比赛的，但是我觉得在国内我就说过这个问题了，就是其实Simon这是第一次嘛，所以说更希望的是能够带他去享受一下舞台，对。
好，还有一个问题是，再一次面对到 PRX 战队，已经在世界赛上有多次的交手，想问一下，再次面对到他们，可以给我们展现一下怎么样的比赛呢？
我不知道我们这一次能不能遇到，对，要不就是他们全胜晋级，要不就是我们全胜晋级，要不就反正总之有可能有个队伍遇不到，好吧，有一个机会是遇不到的，所以说我根本就不知道我们能不能遇到他们，对。但是很期待跟他们的对战，因为我确实很喜欢他们，对。
So the first question, anyone
first,
还想说的吗？Okay. So the first question was that we know that EDG have changed your IGL. So do you think you guys have cooperation better than before? And what's your goal and expectation for these champions? And Kankan's answer is that it feels like it's just about the IGL style between Nobody and Haodong. And if we want to talking about our expectation for these champions, of course we want to win. And I also have said that before. This is the first international tournament for Simon, and I just wanted to let him to know that how to enjoy the stage and how to have fun and play your own thing on the stage. And second question is that this time you have been the same group with PRX again, and you guys have faced against each other so many times in the international tournament. So, what do you think it will be if you guys have faced against each other in this group stage? And Kankan's answer was that he doesn't really know if they're gonna meet because there will be one team that they meet in the group, but he's still really looking forward if they have a chance to face against with PRX. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. One more question for Jinggg.
No, we have to go to a different reporter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
We'll go next to Brandon at esports.gg.
Thank you very much. I'll ask this to Jinggg. Last year we saw your emotions. I was there, when you guys got second at Champions, not knowing, when you'd be back with the team. This year, there's a lot of talk about Pacific, winning their first, Masters event, and it went to Jinggg instead of, Paper X or DRX, who many expected it to be. Do you feel like there's a pressure that's kind of lifted off your shoulders now that you guys don't have to be the first from your region to win, an international tournament, and now you can just kind of relax and go through Champions on your own and try to win that?
I think for us, we didn't really put pressure on ourselves to be the first team to win. But now that Jinggg has won, I guess it just shows that Pacific is not really that weak of a region. So I mean, that probably just pushes us to work even harder and want to win for Pacific the second trophy.
Thank you. And unfortunately, this will be our last question of the press conference. Sierra, would you like to close us out?
Yeah, of course. My question is for valyn. So in one of the earlier press conference groups, they talked about the consistency of careers in VCT for players like Mako, Boaster, and Kesnet. How do you think your unique experience of once competing in VCT back with a guard and then having to battle back through Ascension has affected how you have developed as a player and maybe how the G2 core has developed as a team, especially since you've now kind of reached a new peak of qualifying for champions?
Yeah, it was definitely a long journey to get to this point. My first big showing in VCT was back in 2021, I believe, or 2022 when we qualified for Reykjavik. And from there, we didn't make the partnership league, so we had to climb our way back up into VCT. And so I think I learned a lot about my team. We experienced a lot of different things, going from international events to just playing Ascension online all year, and then getting redemption on LAN when we went to Brazil. Going into this year, I think we had pretty high expectations of ourselves, just because we are all hungry players. We want to show that we can be one of the best, and we had a successful year. So I'm happy about that. Going to 2 international LANs this year, I feel like I've gained a lot of experience, and so with that, I'm just going to apply it, learn as much as I can, and hopefully come out with more wins and hopefully have a consistent and successful career like some of the other players you mentioned.
Thank you so much.
valyn, Jinggg, KK, MrFaliN, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. This will conclude the pre-event press conference, and we'll be back tomorrow with more interviews and post-match conferences. Thank you and good night.